Welcome to Cops Uncut, the show that puts you in the driving seat of America's fight against crime and gets you up close and personal with the mad, bad and dangerous to know that roam America's highways. Coming up on Cops Uncut, an ATM thief breaks more than the bank, a criminal bailout ends in a bust, and an assaulted officer puts his money where his mouth is.
Don't move, I'll kill you!
Victoria, Texas. And police are attempting to apprehend some suspects in a white Cadillac. But these guys are more interested in touring their old neighborhood. On the left is where our suspect got to first base with Sweet Mary Lou. She's in prison now. On the right, you'll spot where he got to second base with Lila May, serving 8 years. And up ahead, he got to third base with Sarah Jane, due for release in 2025. These guys know the roads. The police can't keep up. But there's more than one police pursuit car in Victoria, and this Cadillac can't outrun them all. Especially when the driver seems unable to keep his car on the road. The memories of a misspent childhood are flooding back. The more he reminisces, the more he loses control and the closer the police get. Nearly close enough to shove him off the road. So the driver takes the hint and tries ploughing through a nearby field, where he hit fourth base with Scarlett Rose, now doing life without parole. It's not just memories that are being jogged, the car is taking a pounding. He turns back onto paved roads. There goes Billy Joe's house. She was hot.
He's on fire. His vehicle's on fire, left front.
But not as hot as his car is now. It's not just the thoughts of past conquests that are getting our suspects all hot and bothered. They finally come to a halt with a bang. The suspects choose incarceration over incineration and bail out of their flaming vehicle, only to be apprehended by police.
He's on fire. His vehicle's on fire, left front.
Amazingly, no one is hurt, except heartbroken Billy Joe, who never heard from our suspects again. There's an art to a high-speed pursuit. The important thing to remember is to stay calm and focused, knowing that crime doesn't pay.
10-4. This guy's wanted for B&E.
This officer in Warren, Michigan is chasing two suspects who've stolen an ATM from a nearby gas station. And these felons are determined to give the cops a run for their money. The rules of the road mean nothing to these guys who swerve, feint and U-turn all over the place as they attempt to shake the police. But our officer stays on their tail until they decide to head up a freeway ramp in the wrong direction.
All right, dispatch, he's getting on the wrong way up the ramp.
The suspects are now fleeing the wrong way down a freeway. At night.
Shit.
It's too much for the cop, who correctly judges this way too dangerous and decides to cash in.
He's southbound in the northbound lanes. I cannot keep up.
But good things come to those who wait. And wouldn't you know it, a few minutes later, we meet the ATM bandits again. By now, their car is a bit worse for wear. It's throwing smoke all over the place. And sparks and debris too.
He's throwing debris all over the road, guys. Be careful.
There's now real danger bits of the vehicle will damage the police cars or make their drivers lose control and crash. But these runaway thieves have money to burn. In fact, they're throwing lottery tickets out of the window, obviously assuming they won't be needing bail money. But with 2 tires blown out, it's more than luck they need. It's a miracle.
He's up, he's not gonna make the turn.
Instead, they lose control, smash into an SUV, and end up back where they started, in another gas station. The miracle is, no one is killed. It's true to say, a fool and his money are soon parted, especially if the Michigan cops have their way. Sometimes the cops don't get everything their way. Officers are attending a call in McKinley County, New Mexico. There's a suspected drunk driver on the loose. Now, this guy might be drunk, but that doesn't mean he isn't thinking creatively. Instead of trying to outrun the cops, he decides to make sure they can't chase him. This is unexpected. The cops go on the defensive. They're beginning to wish reverse had a second gear. One well-aimed blow and the cops' lights are put out. This time the police have to roll with the punches and are forced to watch as he speeds into the night. Elsewhere in McKinley County, another drunk driver is causing trouble. But this one isn't speeding, driving aggressively, or trying to disable a cop car. No, this guy has simply passed out in the middle of the highway. When police spot him, he's asleep with the car in drive and his foot on the brake. With no hazards on, there's no warning to other drivers that he's stationary. It's only a matter of time before he causes a major incident. But when Mr. Sleepyhead wakes up and sees the police at his window, he decides he'd better get moving again. But he's a little drunk, a little sleepy still, and it doesn't really seem as if his heart is in it. Oh, and one of the officers managed to slash his tyre as he attempted his escape. And it turns out that this is his second driving while intoxicated arrest in a month. If you're a criminal, you spend lots of time thinking about how best to escape. Police in Duluth, Georgia, have pulled over this truck, which they believe to be stolen. After a brief discussion, they put the driver in the back seat of their patrol car, which, theoretically at least, is where he should stay. But when the officers return from searching the truck, their car and their suspect are missing. And this guy seems smarter than your average thief. He resists the temptation to flip on the sirens and tear through the Georgia roads. Instead, he carefully parks the car in a quiet spot and tries to undo his remaining handcuff. Once he's done that, it's off onto an even quieter spot to dump the car. Police are still looking for him. The police love getting their man. And when their man is suspected of assaulting a fellow officer and has been waving a gun around, the determination is even greater. This officer in Cleveland, Ohio, believes he's spotted the suspect heading home. The atmosphere is tense as he radios in.
6-6, we're in pursuit south on State Road. This male has a gun, right? Looks like he's going to try to make it to his house.
But he won't be alone. The suspect's alleged assault of a police officer means there are plenty there to welcome him home.
Hold it right there! Hold it right there! Hold it right there! Got a gun!
Running out of options, with the full force of Cleveland PD bearing down on him, he goes for broke.
Put your hands up! Don't move, I'll kill you! Jimmy, all right? Jimmy! Oh, God damn it! Hit! Jimmy, you hit? Are you hit?
After a brief standoff, the suspect and the officer driving this car are both shot.
Let me see if you're hit. Show light on. God, something hit me.
The suspect sustains serious injuries,
Hold on, are you hit? Yeah, hang on.
and our officer is hit in the chest by a round from a Magnum.
He's the hole. Hit me in the vest. He's on the vest. Got me in the vest, yeah? Okay.
His body armor was the only thing between him and certain death.
Slow down, slow down, slow down.
But things could have turned out a lot worse.
Don't move, I'll kill you. Jimmy, all right? Jimmy! Oh, God damn it. Hit? Jimmy, you hit?
Strangely, being fired at by a madman with a gun is not the most dangerous part of an officer's job. Even more dangerous is the part of the job when they are stationary and everyone else is moving. In America, the law requires drivers to drop their speed and pull to the left if they see an emergency vehicle stopped at the side of the road. It's a law many drivers either don't know about or choose to ignore. This Maryland patrolman is in the middle of a simple traffic stop. But the driver of an approaching truck does not obey the move over law, neither pulling to the left nor slowing his truck from what can only be described as breakneck speed, with terrible consequences. The trooper suffered serious injuries and required extensive physical therapy to recover from his trauma. But at least he survived.
Shit! 11 County, start me.
Though the truck driver was fined, it was surely the unfortunate policeman who paid the higher price for this incident. A Bloomfield Township officer was a bit luckier. He at least had time to react.
I would think you'd be able to get home. I can just get a car. Oh, you guys got me drunk. This is serious. Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Wow. All right, just stay in your car. That's all I want you in your car. Okay,
When he suddenly became part of a major traffic accident. Only his quick thinking and springs on his shoes prevented him from becoming roadkill.
Hey, are you okay?
Now, some suspects decide they simply cannot outrun the police. And bailing out seems like a better idea. But there's a right and wrong way to leave a moving vehicle. This suspect from Atlanta, Georgia, is about to demonstrate the wrong way. Okay, buddy, time to hit the road. Why did he do it? Must have been a rush of blood to the head, and the knees, and the hands, and elbows, and chin. Another option is to take your pursuing officer by surprise. This trooper in Industry, Pennsylvania, has pulled over a suspect. She has an outstanding warrant against her. She decides that this conversation is probably going to end with her heading to jail, and the officer notices a sudden change in the atmosphere. He tries to detain her, but she puts her foot down and speeds away.
535 in pursuit.
She weaves in and out of traffic, taking incredible risks and adding years to her pending jail term. Workers are forced to dive for cover as she tears through a nearby construction zone. But she's no match for Pennsylvania's finest. Eventually, with a little nudge from our officer,
Pull it over!
her brief dash for freedom comes to an abrupt end. She may be 4 months pregnant, but she's now expecting multiple charges. It's every store owner's nightmare. A masked man waving a deadly weapon in his face, demanding cash from the register. But how about a man with a plant on his head?
What of it? Give me your money.
Welcome to DeLand, Florida, where this bemused store owner is facing one of the dumbest criminals in the state.
$50.
Idiots like this don't grow on trees.
$50. Right now.
The plant, by the way, is a Spanish bayonet, and the leaves are sharp, sharper than the thief. But not, as far as we know, deadly.
All right. What?
Clearly, this store owner isn't afraid of being pollinated.
Out, man! Out! Out!
It's the criminal who's shaking like a leaf. After he's chased out with a wooden stool, this green-fingered gentleman is caught green-handed.
$50. Up! $50. Hey! $50. Hey! Do it!
And charged with armed robbery.
Out! 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 Out!
When a Santa Fe mother realised her 14-year-old daughter was missing, she was naturally worried. When she realised her SUV had gone as well, she put 2 and 2 together and came up with a road traffic nightmare for local police. Teenage girls are demanding at the best of times, but these three, aged 14, 15 and 17, wanted a burger so much they just had to steal Mum's SUV and then cause rush hour mayhem in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Maybe it's something about the hot sauce. Red lights mean nothing to this modern-day Thelma and her 2 Louises. The central reservation is used as their personal carpool lane. They weave between other road users and cross intersections without slowing. They even speed past another police car. Most burger joints are open 24/7, girls. You really don't have to be going this fast. She nearly takes out another driver at an intersection who survives to eat again. But now dozens of officers are on her tail, and the police are blocking any intersections they can to protect innocent drivers from serious injury or worse. And when it looks like the fun is about to come to an end, she decides to cross onto the other side of the road and directly into oncoming traffic. No one on the road is safe. But after cutting through a construction site and evading a roadblock, things start to come unstuck. A police stinger has blown one of her tyres and puts an end to this high-speed burger quest. With even less control than before, this modern-day Penelope pit stop comes to the end of the road. The police look surprised that they're arresting teenagers and not a psyched-up gang of hardened criminals. For everyone else in Santa Fe, these girls just reinvented the term fast food. finally, a reminder of just how dangerous the work of a highway patrolman can be. This officer in Cheatham County, Tennessee, has pulled over a car for speeding. There's nothing out of the ordinary. The driver is polite and helpful. And the officer treats it like so many traffic stops he's done before. Until, from out of nowhere,
Help!
a pickup truck has pulled out to pass the officer, but struck a car coming in the opposite direction. The officer has missed almost certain death by inches.
Help!
The ambulance arrives and he's taken to hospital on a stretcher.
Were you standing when you got hit?
I was standing, I looked up. Next thing I know is I see the back of the truck hit me.
Miraculously, though the truck slammed into his back, throwing him in the air, his only injury was a swollen ankle. The driver was taken to court, where he also didn't have a leg to stand on. So, what will we learn today on Cops Uncut? When you assault one cop, you'll be sure to meet lots more.
Don't move, I'll kill you!
When it comes to ploughing a field, a tractor is better than a Cadillac. And when teenage girls are hungry, you'd better keep out of the way.